What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle creates space. Um, don't be afraid to try. I feel like Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy right now. I'm kicking over the kick over your little fort, little punk. um, but I think one of the funniest things I had to learn in life when I was younger was fear is just a feeling. So you shouldn't be afraid to try something. You know, some people have a fear of public speaking. I had a fear of public speaking at a time. Then one day I just sat down, and this is how it came for me. You know, I was sitting down and I was watching something on TV, and I was just sitting there, and a thought popped in my head, like, it's not like who's ever on TV right now. Um, it's not like this is the beginning and end of their whole life experience. They can go somewhere in the world and nobody even knows who they are. So if they do something great or make a horrible mistake, it's not like you know everybody's gonna know something about them everywhere they go. There's plenty of celebrities who walk around who can go places who are in America who can go places in America and not be recognized. There's few people who are recognized worldwide. So that idea in itself helped me get over a lot of fears because I was like, if I do horribly, it's not like it's gonna last forever for one, and it's not gonna like change and alter my life forever. But it's not like everywhere I go, hey, you the guy that did da 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 da. Yeah, whatever. Some people recognize you, most people won't. As a matter of fact, few people will recognize you, and most people won't. So you shouldn't be afraid to try things, and I mean try things like in a positive way, like So public speaking for me, not so much. Kind of got easy because, because some people when you're younger, you're scared to talk in front of the class. I got over that. I remember performing publicly. A little nervous, but it's like, man, let me do this. And I played sports when I was younger, so one thing I've learned, what I learned through sports is if you prepare properly, you're less nervous because you got all bases covered. So a lot of times a lot of fear is based in the idea that you're not necessarily prepared for the endeavor that you're about to embark on. But when you prepare yourself, it's like you're under the bright lights. It's like, look, man, I understand I'm under the bright lights, but I got it all. It's I got it covered. I put in the work. I'm confident in my abilities. I know what I could do. You know, so I'm gonna just go out there and deliver. Or you're just concentrating on the task at hand, and it takes a lot of the edge off. So that's another reason why, personally, I wasn't afraid to try things. Well, I learned not to be afraid to try things. Um, I remember, this might sound weird, but I'm a physically strong individual. Not a big individual, but for my size, I'm ridiculously strong. But I remember my first idea about that was first time I walked into a weight room. It's like a freshman in high school, and one of the senior linebackers was lifting on a leg press. He was lifting weights, and I'm like, I could do that, and that's how this story is gonna go somewhere. And that's how my mentality was when it came to lifting. It was like, you know what, I could pick that up. So nowadays, I just pick stuff up off of the strength of, I just think I could do it. But in this particular occasion, I got on this leg press and was like, yeah, he's lifting that, I could lift that. Mind you, this guy was about 100 pounds heavier than me. So I let the weight go. Boom! Shit came back, and I'm just stuck sitting there with my knees on my chest, like, what the fuck was I thinking? Somebody help me, Lord, please, Jesus. What am I doing over here? I can't move this shit. So, after everybody laughed at me, then they helped me get the weight off. And after that failure, I was like, well, can't go nowhere but up from there. So I started lifting more. But I just knew my limitations. Like, I'm not going to jump in here and decide to, let me put 1,000 pounds on this. Let me get this. Nah, I wasn't that stupid anymore. But the reason I said it is because sometimes when you fail at something, it takes the pressure off. And it also makes you it also drives you to get better, because you might feel you have the ability to do that. Because later on, maybe a couple of years later, I did that weight with no problem because I felt like I could do it. Yeah, that first time I didn't do too well, but I was motivated by the fact that I can get this. It's just not today, but I'm gonna work to getting it. So that's why you shouldn't be afraid to try, because sometimes failure can motivate you to prepare yourself to get better. You know, that's just in my opinion. Same thing when it comes to when it came to I had a fear of approaching girls at a time, and I got over that because I'm just silly. Like I didn't talk to anybody. I don't have to necessarily be smooth to have game. I think I make people laugh. So because I'll pretty much say what you're thinking. And sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's like, I can't believe he just said it. Sometimes it could be inappropriate. I'm not gonna lie, but because of that, I was able to approach women, girls, and now women, and now I'm at a point where I'm just selective about who I talk to. But it's not like I'm scared to approach a person. It's not like, if I think about you, I want your number. I might talk to you for a little bit to check your temperature, and if you think you're cool, then I ask you for your number. You know, and that's how I operate. But some people are afraid to approach people because they're gonna get shot down. I've gotten shot down before. I don't care. Oh, okay, well, you don't want my number? All right, I can't get your number. All right, well, whatever. You're not the last person on the planet. Like, so be it. And same thing with relationships. Wasn't scared to get into relationships, you know, because it didn't seem like anything that was something that you should be deathly afraid of. Just in my opinion, you know. Same thing with uh, trying. Like, I'm a person who I try something spontaneously. I don't care. I don't have a fear of the unknown, because you only have one life, and if as long as you're not putting yourself in harm's way, or some type of, if you purposely putting yourself in danger, I think that's ridiculous. But if you only got one, you only have this life to live, so experience things in it. So I've learned that I met more people who had regrets because of all of their hangups. I've learned they suffer more than people who went after their dreams and aspirations, whether they succeeded or failed, and they have no regrets because nothing holds them back. There's nothing that they tell them, oh, I never tried. See, I'm not afraid to try, because I think it's worse to sit down with yourself and say that you never tried. Um, because how can just personally, how can you be proud of yourself if you are too scared to attempt to be your best self? I think we're all grow and evolve, and the minute that we get comfortable becomes the beginning of the end. And I think some of the best people in the world are people who have to challenge themselves. And also, why you shouldn't be afraid to try is the fact that you're never too young or too old to challenge yourself and evolve into something better. Sometimes it's okay to reach the mountaintop, but sometimes because it's more mountains out here. You could reach the mountaintop of this, but that goal was conquered. It's accomplished. Now you see this other obstacle that you have, because life has many people. We have many different dreams and aspirations and goals in life. So just because you have achieved one doesn't mean there aren't other obstacles and dreams that you want to achieve. Dreams may change with age. Dreams may change with circumstances. Dreams may change with new perspectives, or somebody giving you the idea that you can accomplish something that you didn't think was possible. from your situation. That's why you should read a lot and learn about other people and where they came from and how they're at where they're at, because you'll be surprised, like, if they can do it, I can do it. So that's another reason why I'm not really afraid to try, because I actually learned a lot vicariously by reading a lot of autobiographies when I was younger. Um, and you'll see the obstacles other people had to face, and then you can say, well, okay, well, it wasn't perfect for them, and they made it somehow. Of course, you know, some people are luckier than others. Some people, time is comes before others, and some people, you know, may not necessarily reach that pinnacle, but they're probably the spark that makes other people reach that pinnacle. So that's just my thoughts on that. Peace.